So this is going to be a bit of a different video for me. I decided to answer some of your questions that you had asked me a few weeks ago. I put it up on Instagram and asked you guys if you had any questions for me, and I thought I would record a video for you guys to answer some of those questions. And I was trying to figure out how to do this, how to plan out this video, and you know what? I just thought I'm going to talk to you while I'm getting ready for my day, and I work from home. I have Billy. She's going to be running in and out. There's chaos, but we're going to get through this together, and we're going to answer some of those questions. And it is early in the morning. So this is a headband I'd like to wear to put on my makeup. All right, so let's get into it. I just gotta pop up all these questions here. Okay, so I have a question here. Looking forward to in between seasons, rest and recalibrate. Can you tell me your routine? That's a great question. November, so I'm filming this in November. It is, I don't even know what day, November 25th. I believe this video is going to come out in December sometime, but November, in between seasons, oh my gosh, November is a sacred one for me. And it always wasn't that way. There was a few years there where I was kind of in a lull. Couldn't wait for sledding to happen. Oh, by the way, I'm using just vitamin C on my face. Anyways, vitamin C on my face, just a few drops. I am not a makeup video person by any means, so I apologize. I just thought I would try something new. Okay. In between seasons. Yes, so in between dirt biking to sledding, I use November as a month to really rest, to reflect, recover my muscles, release the toxins, because in summer and in fall, I was go with dirt biking and was having a lot of fun, but even though I was working out, I wasn't stretching as much as I should have been. I wasn't taking those baths. I was not booking my appointments to see a massage therapist, chiro appointments, physio appointments, that sort of thing. So November is the month where I book all of that, and I really do start my ritual as far as like Epsom salt baths, steam. We have a steam shower in our new place, and so I've been doing steam showers, and I do self-guided meditations, visualizations, and all of that. So November is a very sacred month for me, and I'm actually planning a in-between seasons video all about that. So that could be really any month if you are going from one sport to the next, or maybe it's one sport to nothing at all. Just some ideas that I have developed, some strategies I have developed to really focus in on November, because for a lot of people, November is kind of a blah month, and I have found ways to actually really love and hone in on the month of November and just to rest and relax. And again, that could be applied to any month of the year. And so I'm very excited to share that video. So thank you so much, Rose, for that beautiful message and comment. And I can't wait to expand more on that. Okay, I'm going to put on sunscreen. So sunscreen is Clinique. I don't know if you can see that. Sunscreen is something that I wear every single day. Every day. Every time I record, I swear I'm doing laundry. I do laundry all the time. My goodness. Okay. So sunscreen on my face. Okay, next question. What is something you recommend to new mothers? Something that I recommend to new mothers. I actually just talked about this with somebody a few weeks ago. Okay, so when you gain the title mom, it's exciting. There's so much to it. There's all these emotions. It's beautiful. All I can say is if you have a sport, if you have a hobby, if you have something that brings you joy, to continue that. Now, it might mean that you can't do it as often as you used to, but just make sure that you book in with your partner, with your family, with sitters, whatever, to make that joy happen often. So again, it could be once a week, it could be once every 2 weeks, it could be 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, whatever it is. So, it could be knitting, it could be reading a book, it could be going for walks, it could be dirt biking, sledding. Well, sledding, you do require a larger chunk of time, but if you can make that work, amazing. Really, it's just something to focus in to feel you again, because when we do earn that title and when we do become a mother, and all of a sudden, our perspectives change, our lifestyle has changed, and there are lots of changes. But if there's one thing that I can say or give advice, is just to keep the one thing that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel you, because I know from experience, I have lost myself in the transition of motherhood, and that is why I dipped into sledding, and then I dipped into dirt biking, because I was trying to find myself again, from being a very passionate snowboarder to then motherhood, and then dipping into something new. And that's another thing too, is if you haven't found a hobby or something that you really enjoy doing, maybe start taking some classes, like pottery classes, art classes. I always go to like the crafts and stuff like that, because I love doing that. I would love to take a pottery class, but do those things, or, reading groups. There's actually, even my good friend Katie told me about how they meet up once a week for a podcast group. And she also does at that time, like a podcast group. They talk about a podcast that they listen to, and then everyone brings over, 2 liters of soup? So they do like a soup exchange. Anyways, there's so many creative ideas out there that I just want you to find something that sparks that joy for you, and to continue with that, because that's something that you can look forward to, that you can plan ahead. And as beautiful as motherhood is, it's just nice to do something where you can remove yourself from being dependent on, and just do something that you can think just for yourself and be in that present moment. That's my advice to new mothers. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my concealer, because I gotta get ready here. I can't record all day. All right, so next, what is something that you are proud of? I'm looking forward to Christmas. I absolutely love winter, have always been a winter baby. Okay, one thing that I am proud of is the progression that I have gone through with my dirt bike. In the past, over the last 5 years, I have blown up bikes every summer. Something always happens, and I always leave the season feeling a little bit defeated, a little bit bummed out. And this year, I am so proud that I was able to keep riding and to progress so much quicker than I ever have before. And I am proud of the enduro park, the enduro track that we set up. And actually, I did a tour of the enduro track, and you can catch that video over here somewhere, maybe over here or over here. The title is called I Am Struggling, but it is a tour of my enduro track. And the reason why I am struggling with sitters and finding childcare to look after the girls so that Kenny and I could go riding, because to be honest, we never get to ride together. I think we rode dirt bikes together this year one time for a trail ride in 5 years or something like that. So yeah, we never ride together ever. And when it does, it's very rare. So those are our struggles and our challenges. So we decided, well, hey, how can we take a struggle and this challenge and turn it into something that we can enjoy and do together with our family? And that was creating an enduro park. And that is something I'm so proud of. So go check that video out after this one. Okay. Oh my gosh, my battery's gonna die. Not a question, just wanted to say I'm really digging your YouTube channel lately. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's something that I have always wanted to be consistent on, but as mentioned before, time has always been hard and looking after kiddos. So it hasn't been the easiest, but I've been making it more of a point to be more consistent, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I've always been a content creator. I've always been filming all of my life. I would always whip out a camera. So this is not new to me. I've always been editing. Gosh, if I could, I would show some of my snowboard videos, but I don't know how I can extract video from a tape onto my computer. So if you guys know how I can do that, please let me know. I think I need to do some research because the amount of footage that I have is insane. And I have actually lost so much footage from a computer crashing, and so there's a lot of things that I don't have. Good thing that I had Vimeo at the time and I can download some of those Vimeo videos, but my gosh, some of the things that, you know, were on those tape cassettes, I wish I can extract and put it on to my hard drive. But thank you so much for watching and tuning in on my YouTube TV channel. What do you do for work? That is a great question. I am a graphic designer, and there's a lot of things that I've gone to school for, and you know, one of them is cosmetology. I used to be a hairstylist back in the day, and then graphic design, and now I do, basically content creation, so digital marketing. I took a course for that, and I do all the things: videography, photography, editing, design. I style shoots, photo shoots sometimes. Well, I guess for my own photo shoots, but that was something that I was able to do with hair. Yeah, all the things. But as of right now, and also virtual assistant. Again, doing all the things. I always get these not random requests from my clients, but I love it because I am a bit of a computer nerd and a file nerd and obviously a digital nerd. Here comes Stella. Here comes Billy. Hi. Do you want to come sit with me? I'm recording a video while I'm getting ready and we're talking.
Video too.
Yeah. So I do all the things, and I also look after these little kiddos too. And I try to ride. Right? Okay. What's my next question? What is something you are struggling with? What are you struggling with? I don't know if I can finish my makeup here, but okay, so what is something I'm struggling with? Well, I'm struggling with finding reliable sitters. We have no family around, so it's really hard for Kenny and I to get out and ride. And that would be my biggest struggle because I would love to ride with him more. That's something that I wish we could do more often.
Can I see that?
Yeah. And it's just something that I wish we could do more often. So that is my struggle. Next question. Recommended place to sled as a newbie. That's a great question, as I have an answer, but it all depends on where you are. So I am located in the Sea to Sky, which is the stretch from Vancouver to Pemberton. So we have Vancouver, we have Squamish, we have Whistler, and then we have Pemberton. So I currently live in Pemberton. And I would say in our stretch in the Sea to Sky, the best place for a newbie as a snowmobile rider is Brandywine. I absolutely love Brandywine, and there's a few reasons why. One, it's vast terrain. You can see it.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, it doesn't smell very good. So it has vast terrain. It's big, it's spacious. There's so much for new riders and also for advanced riders. And the one thing that I absolutely love... Okay, Billy's going to do her own makeup here.
Right here? Right here, Mom?
Yeah, and another point is that it has a big parking lot. And so some of the areas or sled zones that are here in the Sea to Sky have little to no parking lot. So it's very difficult to park your snowmobile and to load and unload. And that is actually a point that I want to bring up because one of the things that I'm struggling with is you have to be at the parking lot for 6. And if you're not there for 6 or earlier, you don't find a parking spot at all. And so because it's getting busier and busier.
My lips.
Yep. Because it's getting busier and busier, it's just really hard to find the spots to park. And I would say that's like the biggest thing and the most nerve-wracking as being a new rider is like loading your sled and unloading it. So the best place in the Sea to Sky, I believe, is Brandywine.
Ooh, look at it.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay, next question. How did you get your daughters into skateboarding? Okay, skateboarding. You love to skateboard, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. honestly, we just got some skateboards. Kenny's a big skateboarder, or used to be, and I never was. But it was just something that we did a lot when we were living in Whistler. There's a beautiful Whistler skate park there. It was just really easy for me to bring the girls, and I just got them to stand on their board, and I would pull them back and forth. Here, under, yeah. Oh, no, not on your eye. Not on your eye. And then you have to rub it in with your fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. It is just going to the skate park, finding an area that's not busy, and holding their hands. Or what I was doing with Billy, especially Billy, she was like 1.5 at the time. I would just push the board while she was standing, just little, and just to get her balance. And then eventually I'd hold her hands and I'd take her up and down on the pipe. So yeah, just getting out. And even if you're not a skateboarder, that's okay. You just go. Everyone's respectful. As long as you're respecting other riders, you know, it won't be an issue at all bringing your kids there. This is hard to record with her, so I apologize. How do you balance motherhood in your sports? My best advice, and this is something that I do all the time, is schedule. Beautiful. Is to schedule. You have to schedule in advance to make everything work. That's just how it goes. When you have kids, you have to book it in with either a sitter or with your partner, with your family, whoever is helping you with the household. You just got to let them know, and to let them know, it has to be in advance. Unless you can like pull it off last minute, but that hardly works for me in my world. So my best advice would be to schedule everything. Even if it's taking a bath, schedule it with your partner. Yes, because there's one thing where if I don't tell Kenny that I am having a bath, I have the girls knocking and banging on the door while I'm trying to relax and do a meditation on the door. So it's just better to let everyone know kind of your schedule. It might be, you know, TMI, too much information, but it's just better to be that way. And then, again, book in with your friends, with your riding partners, and do your sports. Scheduling. Scheduling will be your friend. And the best scheduling app that I have is my Google Calendar, because I plug everything on there. Advice for short riders on big bikes, looking to upgrade but scared. Oh, I feel you 100% on that, because that was something that I was extremely scared of, going from an 85 KTM SX to a 105 KTM SX big wheel kit. I was terrified of big bikes. I just was scared that the bike was going to fall on my weak leg. So going from the small bikes to the bigger bikes, I would just say, just stick with it. Like, give yourself a year to be on that bike. Get as much seat time as you can. The more you jump on it, the better it's going to feel. Lower it if you have to. Do all the modifications if you can, if you have the budget, to make it feel comfortable for you. That is my biggest advice to you for short riders. Instead of making all of those modifications to your bike like Lauren Kit, wouldn't it be easier to get a smaller bike? Yes! Thank you so much for that question. And that is something maybe I'll go more into depth about. Maybe I'll make a separate video, but I have rode an 85 SX and then bumped up to a 105, but a big wheel kit. So those are little bikes. Those are teeny tiny bikes, but they had a lot of pep, they had a lot of snap, and I absolutely adored them. The 105 SX was my favorite bike, and if it wasn't such a lemon, I would still be riding it to this day. That was such a fun bike. And basically what it came down to is I wanted a reliable bike that would start, that also I didn't have to kickstart. And I did want a fuel injected machine because I have blown up motors way too many times. I was always dealing with foul spark plugs, and people were telling me I was running it too rich, and then some people were telling me I was running it too light. People are telling me I'm not riding it fast enough, and then other people are telling me I'm riding it too fast. So that was super frustrating for me, and I just wanted a reliable bike at the end of the day, and it was scary to hop on the 150, but I don't regret it at all, because it actually allowed me to hop on other bikes, and it gave me the confidence to ride bigger bikes. Even if I can't touch the ground. And that's all that I have for you guys today. I didn't finish. I didn't finish getting ready. I am not good at talking and getting ready. So thank you so much for joining and for all the questions that everyone has submitted. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys just being here and doing this with me, getting ready. So keep killing it out there safely, and I will catch you guys in our next hangout soon. Bye for now.